Yo, what is up, archers? Strong Archer Zero is back, and in today's video we're gonna continuing student transfer main game, but we're gonna try another route. So that's right, we're gonna go with a different route this time. But guys, before we start, I have a challenge for you guys. If I can hit 1000 subscribers before the end of March, I will make my own scenario. That's it. I'll drop my own scenario when I hit 1000 subscribers. If I hit 1000 subscribers before the end of March, so make sure to subscribe right now, guys. Now we're gonna click start first. Day 1 introduction. Okay, we already did this. You guys can go back to episode 1 or episode, what was that? The episode probably student transfer main game episode 4 or 5, like that. I woke up to the sound of knocking on my door. No, we're not gonna read this all over again. We're gonna skip. I wonder what route are we gonna do. Oh, are we gonna go to the magic route or stay with the alien route? I'm thinking about staying on the alien route for now. Okay, we're gonna skip again. There's no other choice other than went to usual route, so okay. Ooh, okay, here it is. Here it is. UI decided to tell Kiyoshi the truth about the remote or avoid his question. I feel like Yoshi would do something very extremely dangerous with this alien thingy, so I'm gonna avoid his question for now. I'm gonna skip again. Oh, I endure her scolding. I use the command function to make her stop. Okay, guys, Yui is my top favorite girl right now. Yui is my #1 favorite girl right now in this student transfer thingy. In the student transfer school, Tinakoya High School. So I think I should do it, because I think this one will get us into the Yui route. I don't know if Yui route even exists, but I think it's worth to try, right? Let's go. Normally, I just let her scold me for being late. To be totally fair, she was normally right after all, but today was not a normal day. I raised the device. Oh, we're gonna use it then, huh? Let's go. What are you doing? Listen to me when I'm talking to you. Oh, wait, which button was it again? I raised the buttons closer to my face so I could see them. Yo! The device was snatched from my hands. Yo! That's my babe. That's Yui. Woo! Yui, oh my god. You literally are the best girl. Shit! Yeah, Yui just snatched the remote from us. What's this? A remote control? Yeah. Would you mind giving it back? What would ever motivated you to bring your television's remote control to school? Well, you never know when you might need to change the channel. No. That's a bad joke. That's a bad joke. So you brought it because you were intending to change the channel during an educational movie. For lack of a better explanation, I went with her, nodding my head as she dangled the device in front of me like an apple in front of Tantalus. How could you, John? Despite your constant tardiness, I never thought of you as a troublemaker. But do you have any idea how serious this is? By the way, guys, when are you guys watching this? This is my birthday. It is 16th of February. And it is my birthday. I want you guys to guess my age in the comments if you guys can. Honestly, I didn't know there was a school policy on television accessories. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. The school takes prank items very seriously. I'm going to give it to Mrs. Williams and let her decide the appropriate punishment for an aspiring prankster like you. Okay. Yui turned around and took my device into Mrs. Williams' room as I watched helplessly. Rip the device. Not only have I lost the device, but now I'm going to hear about my prank when I get home. Kiyoshi tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, why didn't you let me in on the prank? I shook my head. Now I had to invent yet another excuse. It slipped my mind. Although, what would have happened if we let Kiyoshi know though? I wonder that. I guess we're gonna save that for another video, because I'm not going back after this, because I already see Yui is such a beautiful angel, so we gotta continue. Why did you take it out of your backpack in front of Yui though? It's part of the plan, you got me? He raised an eyebrow at me and began stroking his chin in contemplation. Then suddenly his hand shot above him like a lightning rod. Oh, of course. I get it. Now I'm certain of your plan. Clever, almost too clever. You've certainly grown under my tutelage. I would never have considered such a plan myself, but it's positively diabolical. Yes, I shall stay silent about it until the time is right. But notice, I support you fully. I'm pretty sure Kiyoshi just got the wrong idea. Kiyoshi patted me on the back and followed me to the class with a strange grin on his face. I had no idea what he thought I was planning, but like many of Kiyoshi's thoughts, it's probably bore no semblance to reality. Though this time, I can't say it's completely his fault. There's no way I'd have figured out the truth either. I sat down in my seat, arriving in class just as Yui was handing the contraband, my device, to Mrs. William. On her way to sit down, Yui gave me a sour look. I can imagine that, Yui giving a sour look. But Mrs. Williams seems completely unbothered by my supposed prank. Mrs. Williams unlocked one of her desk drawer and stuffed my device inside before closing and relocking it. That's going to be a problem if I can't convince her to return it. Oh my god. The class itself was little different from usual, except of course for the fact that my stomach was in knot over the missing device. I needed to get it back from Mrs. Williams after class no matter what. So how are we gonna get the device back though? When the bell rang, I rose from my chair and I approached Yui, or I approached Mrs. Williams. Like I said, I'm trying to get to Yui route, so approaching Yui seems like more logical thing to do right now. So let's go. As I approached Yui, Kiyoshi gave me a thumbs up and a wink and left the room. What? I'm pretty sure Kiyoshi is thinking that John is trying to hit on Yui. I hope he doesn't do anything to get me into more trouble. Yui! I waved to her, but upon noticing me, she furrowed her brow in displeasure. So what does the new school pranksters want? I'm not the school prankster. You told me only a little earlier about how you plan to change the channel during an educational movie. What is that if it isn't a prank? It's a lie. What you took wasn't a TV remote. Wait, so we're gonna tell Yui about the device? Oh, this caught my interest. What? Of course it was. I saw it myself. Did it look like any kind of remote control you've ever seen before? Yui's stern expression softened. She looked upwards and put her fingers to her chin. No, but technology changes every day. That's a good logic though, Yui. That's why I love Yui. It does, but it didn't have any numbers, only a few buttons, and it had no place for batteries, right? Yes, but still, well, fine. If it's not a remote control, then you tell me, what is it really? I know you wouldn't believe this, but bear with me. It's an alien device. You can change how people think, swap bodies, and Her expression soared. She promptly spun around and started to walk away, but I grabbed her shoulder firmly. Look at that, Yui just like, nope, I'm out of here. This is so funny. Oh, let go of me! Look, John, I don't want to always have to fight with you. I know you're not a bad person, but your behavior today is completely ridiculous. Why do you insist on mocking me when you're clearly at fault? Does our friendship for all those years mean nothing to you? Her face reddened with each word. Oh man, Yui! Wait a minute, is Yui blushing? What? Yui was nothing if not genuine. I couldn't help but feel a little guilty about considering her as a potential test subject a short while ago. Dude, Yui is not a test subject. Yui, just listen to me for a sec. That thing might not look like much, but it's important to me. Please get it back for me and I'll show you what it can do. ... I promise. I let go of her shoulder. After pausing for a moment, she approached Mrs. Williams, who seems only vaguely aware of our conflict. Apparently, the inner workings of her purse were more interesting. You and Mrs. Williams spoke briefly, and then Mrs. Williams pulled out my device. We gingerly took it from her, looking it over once more before she approached me. So, what does this thing really do? Let's go somewhere a little more private first. Oh, a little more private. Much as I didn't like it, Jack's classroom was nearby and apparently empty, so Yui and I headed inside and closed the door behind us. This better not be a prank, or I'll swear I'll... It's not a prank. Hand it over and I'll prove it. Yui considered the device once more before passing it to me. I really hope this thing actually works, or we both about to be pranked. Whatever you're planning on showing me, you had better make it quick. We have class in a few minutes. Okay, don't freak out. Oh my god. Wait, are we gonna switch? John and Yui switch? Is it finally gonna happen? I pointed the device at her and pressed the top button, then turned it on myself. With the second press of the button, my senses dulled and I began to experience a kind of weightlessness. It felt like I was being tugged out of my own skin and pulled in the direction of Yui. Wait a minute, this is the switch! Oh my god, we got a John and Yui swap? Oh my god! Yo, yes! Let's go, man, let's go. Then I felt something constraining me, solidifying around me. It was at first like being covered in a light coating of cement, but it quickly eased into something similar to normalcy. Except it wasn't normal, not even close. I saw myself, my body, staring at me in shock like a reflection staring back in a mirror. But there was no mirror. The device had actually worked, which meant Yui is in John's body and John's in Yui's body. Gazing down, I saw and I felt Yui's bosom jutting out in front of me. Oh my god! Heaving with every breath I took and straining against the very snug bra I now felt beneath the girl's uniform I was wearing. Oh my god, this is so cute! Oh my god, the two childhood friends switching bodies. An air current swirled lecherously around my bare legs, as if to search for a route up the skirt I was wearing. It was a firm demonstration of how exposed my legs and crotch were, protected only by the underwear I could feel fitting snugly against my hips. This is so funny. My god, man, I love Yui, man. Oh my god, and get to do another route with Yui. This is so fun. Although I do want the possessing Yui possessing Yui route on the main game to be finished though, because the scenario by Apple Melon is definitely good, but I want the actual route of that, because I want to see the ending, man. Come on. I shifted my stance, and the delicate skin on my inner thing brushed against itself as I took my first tentative step in Yui's body. Her long purple hair grazed my back and neck in a subtle yet utterly virgin tickle. Although Yui put up a strong front, I'd never felt more vulnerable in my life. I was actually... Wait, is that actually? Actually? I'm thinking it's supposed to be actually, but I'm just gonna read it. Actually aware. Is it actually or acutely? I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just gonna say it actually. Actually aware of my new, smaller frame and puny muscles. Meanwhile, Yui in my body simply seems to be at a loss for words. Are you alright? Hearing myself speaking with Yui's voice was startling, but hearing her respond with mine was even worse. Alright. Am I alright? This is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And you're asking me if I'm alright? Don't blame me. I told you what this thing could do, and you wanted proof. Oh my god, look at that baby face. Oh my god, Yui, I love you. Did you really expect me to take you seriously saying things like that? How is this even possible? I don't really know how it works. Like I said, I got it from aliens. Well, can you swap us back? Classes are about to start. Is everything alright in here? Oh, Connie Williams! Oh no. Oh no, Miss Williams, come here! No way! Startled, we both turned to notice Mrs. Williams entering the classroom. Yes, Mrs. Williams, I was just disciplining John for bringing contraband to school. I appreciated that, Yui, but you know we don't like students using these rooms while they're empty. Hurry along to your next classes, both of you. We obeyed, exiting the classroom and putting some distance between ourselves and Mrs. Williams, before continuing in hushed tones. I can't go to class like this. Go to mine, then I'll go in your place. What? No, I would still be missing the material. We don't have time to find somewhere private to swap again. And don't worry, I'll take notes. Since when are you worried about being on time? What is your next class anyway? Gym. That's out of the question. Yui gonna see John naked? It'd be a shame if Yui wasn't on time for her next class. John, I can't believe you. Fine, but I'm keeping this thing until we switch back. Okay, just don't do anything reckless, please. We quickly exchanged the necessary information, then parted to go to each other's second period class. Teasing Yui like this was fun, but watching myself walking away with the device sent chills down my spine. I just hope Yui wouldn't lose it before we met up again. Walking with her short and curvy body was an odd experience. The width of her hips gave me a new girly gaze. Just trying to set a deliberated pace down the hallway made it feel like my whole body was twisting back and forth, making the jostling on my chest even more pronounced. I reached Yui's second period class with Mrs. Winters shortly before the bell. I had no problem finding Yui's usual seat as she had described it to me. It was the only empty desk remaining in the front row. Upon sitting down, I couldn't help but notice my new butt compared to my usual experience with this desk. Okay, so now you gotta check out Yui's butt. What? It almost felt like sinking into a cushion. Along with that came the sensation of Yui's naked thing I pressing together, softly rubbing whenever I adjust myself and sit. Oh my god. And there was a lot of adjusting. My huge breasts kept squishing against everything as I prepared for class. My arms, the desk, each other. They were impossible to ignore, and I was becoming flushed. Fortunately, Mrs. Winter had finally started lecturing, which gave me something to try to focus on aside from the bizarre experience of inhabiting Yui's body. Man, I can't believe I'm actually getting the Yui routing. But it was futile. Every time I would get into the routine of listening and note taking, it would shortly later be broken by my arm rubbing along my boob as I shifted to the next line in Yui's notebook. I couldn't imagine how she coped with having such huge breasts. Was she just used to it, or did they bother her too? After what felt like an eternity, Mrs. Winter's class let out and lunch began. Oh, so we're going to lunch now? Are we gonna go to lunch as Yui? Or are we gonna switch back with Yui? I was supposed to say John. I realized that we hadn't agreed on a place to meet, so I headed straight for the lunchroom and began searching for her. But I didn't see Yui anywhere, even as my friends took their usual seats at our table. Where could she be? I hope she didn't have any problems in gym. After a few minutes and still no sign of my body, I was beginning to become impatient. I frowned and crossed my arms under my bust in that pose. I couldn't help but think that I resembled the normal Yui. Oh, hey Klaus! While I was imagining ever more dire situation Yui might have found herself in, my attention was captured by Klaus, the student council vice president, motioning for me to get lunch with him. Guys, I'm pretty sure Klaus has a crush on Yui, so I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna take Yui for myself. Back off, Klaus. I couldn't just blow him off while I looked like Yui, so I felt obligated to walk over and speak with him. Good morning, Klaus. Good afternoon, you mean? I assume you complete the reports for today's meeting. Well, I doubt Yui, of all people, would shirk her council duties. Yeah, they're finished. You haven't seen John around, have you? John? No, why? What could be so important that you need to talk him instead of eating lunch? I came up with an excuse on the spot, hoping he'd buy it so I could get back to finding Yui. I worked on the report over at his house when I went there with my mom and sister, and I accidentally left them there. He said he'd bring them to me today. That's not like you, Yui. I hope you find him, otherwise we might have to postpone our meeting. I let Jenny and the rest know that you might not be eating with us. Who's Jenny? Wait a minute, who's Jenny? Wait a minute. Oh my god, I thought I wasn't recording for a second. I decided I'd check the school garden. It was rather secluded, and I thought Yui might be trying to avoid encounters like what I had just experienced with Klaus. When I arrived, though, my body was still nowhere to be seen. Man, where is Yui? Oh my god. Did something bad happen to Yui? Darn it, there's still no sign of her. Damn it. As I was about to head back to the lunchroom, I saw Eric poking his head out from behind a tree and caught a whiff of his familiar smoky odor. Yui would definitely confront him over smoking on school grounds, and since I was the one in her body at the moment, I felt as though I should in case someone was watching. Then again, I could pretend I didn't see him. It wasn't like I actually cared. Well, I can't go talk to Eric right now, so I'm just gonna go and ignore him. Whatever, I don't want to bother with that guy. Oh, there's Yui. Upon re-entering the lunchroom, I finally spotted Yui. I wanted to switch back at that point, if only because I was getting anxious trying to keep up my Yui act. Hey John, we need to talk. I pulled her aside, out of earshot of anyone else. Where were you? Do you have the device? Of course, and I wasn't going to change with all of the guys around, so I waited in a stall until they were gone. I can't believe I had to go to gym as you, John. I can't believe I'm standing here talking to myself. This is so surreal. I know what you mean. I'm still shocked that the device actually works. Wait, you didn't know it would work? I was your genuine pick? It's not like that. I was half convinced it was some elaborate prank by Kiyoshi, and you got involved before I could properly test it. For that matter, what exactly were you planning on doing with it when I'm confiscated it this morning? Da da da. Yui raised an eyebrow. Well, man, I just love the purple color, man. Look at that. John with the purple color, with Yui hair color. I just wanted to see if I could make you ignore that Kiyoshi and I were late to class. Really, John? You can be so irresponsible sometimes. A bona fide piece of alien technology and you use it to be charity. Why is Yui looking so happy when there's clearly Yui getting mad here? Let's just ignore that. We're gonna ignore that, guys. And are you saying that you can hypnotize people with that too? At that point, I decided to just recap the contents of the alien notes I had found at the foot of my bed that morning. Wow, just imagine the possibilities. I know, it's honestly kind of overwhelming having something like this suddenly thrust into your life. Anyway, I'd like to swap back now. Being you for a little while was interesting, but there's no way I'm letting you pretend to be me for the rest of the day. Oh, why not? I do pretty good impression. Besides, you got to use my body for gym. It would be only fair. Oh, so you wanted to see Yui's body too? Yui was blushing furiously, and I pulled the device out of her pocket. She doesn't look like she's blushing, man. John, I swear, if you don't swap us back right now, I'm just going to start trying buttons until it works. You're gonna break the device, Yui. Calm down, I'm kidding, hand it over. By the way, speaking of impressions, I ran into Klaus earlier and told him I needed to find you, me, because you had left the student council reports at my house. What? Why would I have left them there? I just said you were visiting with your family. I also saw Eric smoking a few minutes ago when I was looking for you, but I didn't see anything. I know you would have, but I couldn't do it myself. Sorry about that. I tell him every time, but he never listens to me. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're gonna switch back already? Oh. Cool. I used the swap button on myself and then her. I was instantly whisked out of her body, my spirit flying through the air with the same weightlessness as before. I stood motionless for a few seconds after the swap, recovering my bearing. Back to normal, I guess that's then. Sorry, what? I guess that's that then. I was preparing to head off to lunch, but realized that Yui still had the device. Oh my god, no. Let me have that back. I reached for it, but Yui jerked it away from my grasp. Hold on, I'd really like to keep it. Come on, Yui, give it back. Please, I don't want to take it from you. I just want to use it for a bit, with your permission, of course. I calmed down a little. As long as she wasn't trying to steal it, we could probably come to some sort of agreement. What do you need it for? You said it yourself. Eric was smoking again, and on school grounds, no less. That's against the rules. So what? You're going to mind control him into not smoking. Exactly. That isn't the worst idea. Sure, it's a little invasive, but it's for a good cause, and he'll be a lot healthier in the long run if he stops. Alright, I'll help with that, I guess. Let's go. He's probably still out by the garden. How do I use the hypnosis thing? Is it this button? No, that one stores a person's shape and transforms the next person it's pointed at. You want the second button from the top, actually? Just give it to me. It's mine anyway. I want to do it myself. Eric's my problem, even if you are helping. I was about to argue at that point, but she sounded determined. Instead, I followed her out of the lunchroom. As long as I was with her to make sure she didn't screw things up, there shouldn't be too many problems. Man, Yui gonna save us. You're gonna save the whole school. Yui is the best student council president. Is she the student council president? Oh fuck, you and John? What are you doing here? Brett said you were cool, man. Don't worry about John. You're the one you should be worried about. You're smoking on school grounds in violation of the rules again. Since nothing I've said has gotten through to you, maybe this will. Oh my god, Yui pointed the device at Eric and hit the command button. Stop smoking, it's not healthy. Okay, now hit the button again to also stop skipping class. Okay, now, and always arrive on time. Yui, I think, pay attention in class, keep up with your homework, don't bully others, stop engaging in inappropriate displays of affection with Maria, and stop sloughing. Yui, that's too much. And also, what the heck? Stop engaging in inappropriate displays of affection with Maria. Man, that's their problem, Yui. Let Eric have some fun. Yui, what the hell? I'm just making him a better student. Now he wouldn't. Eric, forget everything she just said and that we were ever here. Before she could do anything else, I grabbed Yui's hand and hit the mind control button to end Eric's hypnotized state. Hey, what are you? I started running away from the scene of the crime, dragging Yui behind me. I finally stopped once I found a private corner in a stairwell. Why did you stop me? You weren't just stopping him from smoking. You were changing everything. I was just making him behave better. But maybe I went a little overboard? You think? I only wanted him to stop smoking. You did a lot more than that. I'm sorry, okay? It was just I had the chance to make him stop being such a, well, you know, Eric. Such a Eric, huh? I got it. I get it, man. I get what you mean. He's always nice enough to me, but he's always a jerk to me. He swears at me and calls me a bitch. She stopped herself. You know, all kinds of disgusting things. All I want is for people to follow the rules when they're at school. Yui's heart might have been in the right place, but her expectations for how her fellow students ought to behave were unrealistic. She didn't have many people who were close to her for that exact reason. I suspected I was actually starting to feel a little bad for her. Yeah. Yui seems to be hurting and rich to take the device back from me, but I pulled it away. But I don't think we should use mind control. After that experience with Eric, I think it's just too easy to abuse it and mess someone up. Using it might change a person so completely they aren't really themselves anymore. It'll be like killing them. That, and she's pretty much proven she can't be trusted with it. I'm not dumb enough to say that to her face though. Man, you can trust Yui. Come on, give Yui another chance. What about this morning when you tried to use it on me? That too, I guess. That wasn't really the same. I wasn't going to make any permanent changes. Still, for the sake of avoiding arguments, I let it slide. Fine, let's promise not to use mind control for minor things. Let's promise not to use it at all. Definitely better to remove the temptation from Yui entirely. Not at all? We could go back and try again. You could make sure I don't go overboard this time. Not at all, Yui. It's too tempting for you. But there's so much I could fix, and there are so many people I could. Yui, it's my device. I'm not letting you use it like that. Fine, I promise. No more mind control. But that means you have to help me to solve the problem in some other way then. What? I mean, why? You said you'd help me with Eric. Come on. You owe me after trying to use that thing on me earlier. Oh, fine. I'll help you, but we're not changing his personality. Do you have a better plan? No. Fine. I have an idea, but I need to keep the remote for the day. What? No way. You don't trust me. This is just too funny. Man, I want to see John and Yui get married, man. Or at least Yui as John's girlfriend. No, it's not that. It's just that it's mine, and actually I wasn't sure that I did trust her, but that was not something I wanted to tell her outright. I already promised that I wouldn't use the remote for mind control, and I wouldn't do anything else either. And it's only until the end of the day. You were fine with me keeping it before. Take it. Just take it. I really hope I'm not going to regret this. I'm sure you wouldn't. After all, you is an angel. I spent the rest of the day worrying about what Yui might do with the device. I barely paid attention in physics class, and Mrs. Clark ended up reprimanding me. I only hope she wouldn't mention it to my mom later. I never hear the end of it. I didn't pay attention in Jax's class either, but it's not like it would have mattered anyway. Finally, the last bell rang. I waited around for most of the students to clear out before heading out to meet with Yui. Yui and I ducked into an empty classroom. She was fidgeting around uncomfortably and refused to look at me for very long. Good, you're here. Well, I figured you'd come just to get your remote back. She seems oddly nervous. I hope she hadn't done anything with the device that we'd both regret. There was one problem with my plan. I was going to do it, but it turns out that I have an emergency student council meeting in a few minutes. I'm really sorry about this. I'm sure you'll be fine though. Before I could reply or ask what exactly she had planned, she pulled out the device and used it on me. What? What are you doing? Wait, what did you just... What is that? Wait a minute. Wait, I've seen that form before. Isn't that Eric's girlfriend, Maria? Wait, is Yui turning us into Maria? Why? My body began to feel strange. All the muscles in my arms seemed to clench, and I looked down at as they began to shrink. The hair on my arms began to fade, and the skin began to look soft and smooth. As the sensation spread throughout my body, I looked up at Yui in anger, only to realize that she was getting taller. No, I was getting shorter. Wait, Yui's taller than Maria? What? So Yui is taller than Maria. My scalp itched and tingled, while light brown hair began to fall into my line of sight. The longer hair tickled the sides of my face and then the back of my neck as it continued to descend beneath my shoulders. Something tight suddenly wrapped itself around my head. On my face, my cheekbones pressed up and outward, my lips swelled, my nose shrank, and strangest of all, something seems to stick itself to the skin below my eyes. My chest break and began to swell, even as the rest of my torso shrank. The sensation confirmed what I had already suspected. I was turning into a girl. The growing flesh on my chest settled into newly formed cup as my clothes changed with my body and my undershirt became a bra. What? What's... Man, how long is this transformation gonna take? I mean, Maria not that hard to be transformed, right? My under tightened around my butt. I couldn't tell whether my hips were growing or my underwear was shrinking until, with its sense of dread, I realized the answer was both. I cringed, expecting pain as they drew tight against my crotch, but instead I felt something pulled up inside me. I was now completely female. Yo! John turned into Maria. Yui, what did you do to me? My voice was extremely high, even higher than Yui's and more airheaded. It sounded so familiar. I thought that if anyone could convince Eric to stop smoking on campus, it would be his girlfriend. I was going to change into her myself, but I have to go to my meeting. I'll change you back later, I swear. Don't just leave me here. Before I could stop her, Yui ran away, leaving me standing there in complete shock. What if the real Maria saw this though? You should just switch our bodies. She didn't. I looked down at my body. I really was Maria. I held up one hand in front of my eyes and noticed a weight on my wrist. Sure enough, I was wearing one of Maria's bracelets. Okay guys, by the way, if you guys don't know who Maria is, we're gonna show you guys here. Maria Grandels, a member of the newspapers club who always carries her camera around with her. She's the biggest gossip in the school, and this reflects in the articles and the photos she publishes in the paper. It's a good bet that if she finds out a big secret, the whole school will know soon after. She's also very open about her sex life, and often sneaks away her boyfriend Eric for some private time. Okay, let's not get into the details. By the way, she's a female student in newspaper club, so let's go. This is too weird. It shouldn't have been that surprising. I had been in Yui's body all morning. Still, it was a shock to have been suddenly transformed into a woman again, and Yui had taken the device, so I couldn't turn back. I shifted nervously, and my chest shifted with the motion. It wasn't nearly as heavy as Yui's had been, which was a relief. But the weight was very much present nevertheless. The drafty classroom's cool air worked its way up my newly bare legs. Bare legs, not bar, sorry. Why am I keep pronouncing it wrong? Although today was my only experience, I was really starting to hate wearing skirts. I guess I should go find Eric. Hopefully he hasn't left school yet. Frankly, I didn't like this plan at all and didn't want to do it, but I had agreed to help Yui. I felt obligated to go through with it. I gathered my courage and walked out the door before I could succumb to the temptation to just hide in the classroom until Yui came back. What if the real Maria saw us though? Wait a minute. Just look at Eric's eyes. I swear it was moving before, but it's not doing that again. I think this game is haunted, guys. I found Eric in his usual spot, thankfully. Maria, I thought you had your club today. Weren't you complaining about the grammar Nazi editor earlier? That's right, Maria was part of the newspaper club, and Michelle is in it too. Who's Michelle? I have no idea who Michelle is. Let's go and look. Is it this? Michelle Bloom, female student newspaper club, D&D group. Oh, so one of Katrina's friend, huh? One of the members of the school's newspaper club. Her family also acts as the host family for Anuja. She's bright student through a bit sneaky and convincing at times. She and Anuja host a D&D group at her house that Katrina, Emily, and sometimes John attended. I mean, I remember attended to that D&D group thing, and we found the spell book. Last time I played D&D with her and Kat, she was complaining about Klaus taking over as editor because Maria published too many perverted stories. Now, how would Maria answer? Oh, I totally am going. I just wanted to see you before I went, you know? I tried to end my sentence on a rising tone in imitation of Maria. Eric frowned it, but I tried not to look nervous. Well, get over here then. Oh. Before I could resist, he wrapped his arm around my waist and pulled me close. Wow, Eric! What, babe? Wait, I'm Maria. This is normal. Nothing. It just startled me. It's all. In fact, I could use this. I pressed myself even closer to him, holding my soft body to his firm muscle. I flashed him what I hoped was a sweet smile as I looked up at him. Eric! Oh! Look at that! I drew out his name in a soft tone, trying my best to be girly and seductive. What do you want, babe? What makes you think I want something? It's the only time you act cute. As disgusting as I felt, I did at least seem to be fooling with him. Well, whatever it is, I'll do it for my girl. I tried not to let my shock show on my face. It couldn't be this easy. If the reward is good enough. Oh! As he spoke, his hand around my waist dimpled lower and squeezed my butt. But you okay? You've been jumpy today. I'm fine. My already high voice was considerably higher and squeakier than normal. Even worse, he didn't move his hand. He just kept it cupped around my butt. Oh my god. Anyway, I know it's a lot to ask, but can you stop smoking at least around school? What? I thought you liked it when I smoke. You said it made me look cool and sexy. I do, and it does. It just Seika said it must be like kissing an ashtray, and her and Cornelia were making fun of me at lunch, and I tried to look downcast as I spoke. I had invented this story while I was looking for Eric earlier, but I hadn't exactly rehashed it. Maria, I don't know why you let those girls push you around. They're my friends. I know we don't always get along, but we are friends. Please, for me? Oh my god, is Eric gonna listen? I had no idea if that was something the real Maria would say, but I couldn't come up with anything better. Eric sighed and gave me my... What? Eric sighed and gave my butt another squeeze. I managed not to flinch this time. Oh, alright, but you owe me. The leer he gave me made it clear what kind of payment he expected. I was thankful it would be the real Maria taking care of that. Thank you, and can you act like this was your idea? If Sayaka finds out I asked you, she'll just make fun of me more. I was going to do that anyway. I don't want the guys thinking I'm whipped. Even if I really am. Oh, look at that. Before I could react, he leaned down and kissed me on the lips. What? My mouth opened in shock, and he took the opportunity to slip his tongue inside my mouth. The kiss seems to last for an eternity. I wanted to scream, run, and throw up, but fortunately for my disguise, I instead stood paralyzed. Finally, he broke away from me. I lift my mouse and waiting. What? Oh, you just get their name mixed up. It's Klaus and Michel, not Mouse and Klitschel. Without another word, I turned and fled before he tried to kiss me again, or worse. Oh no, he's gonna do that thing. Ah, thank God you fled. Black, yeah, gross, blah. I spat and rinsed my mouth all out, but it didn't help. I even tried washing it out with soap. Looking back, it's a good thing no one else came into the bathroom. Who knows what they would have thought seeing Maria like that. Hi, Maria. Yui, turn me back right now. John, are you okay? What happened? He hugged me and he grabbed my butt and he kissed me. Oh, with tongue. Oh, I shoved my head back under the faucet, sucking in water and spitting it out. It didn't help either. When I finally surfaced for air, she spoke again. I'm really sorry. I didn't think anything would happen. That was my first kiss. As soon as I said it, I regretted it. I didn't want her to know something that private. I was just waiting for Yui to laugh at me. But she wasn't that kind of person. Instead, she frowned, blushing, her eyes sad. I'm really sorry. I just had that meeting and you managed to do so well as me this morning. So I thought, it's fine. It was only a kiss with another guy. I narrowly fought all of the urge to duck back under the faucet. And he does taste like ash. Just disgusting. My cheeks were simmering with heat after I realized what I just said, but fortunately Yui didn't comment. Instead, she held up the device and pressed a button. My body began to shift and rock, and soon I was back to my normal self. Yay, Yui, sorry. Yay, John's back. Here, I'm really sorry. Yui handed back the device, looking downcast. I should have been the one to do it. It was my idea anyway. I should have been the one to suffer. She talked about it in the same tone as another person would use to talk about their own execution. Despite myself, I couldn't help but smile. Well, one of us had to do it. Maybe it's better that it was me. At least I was too shocked to react. You'd probably start lecturing him about proper behavior. She giggled. So you're not really mad? More disgusted than mad. Just never make me do anything like that again. Don't worry, I promise I'll take the next one. Wait, next one? I was planning on there being a next one. Anyway, I'll text you later. About the remark? Do you even have my number? Oh, I guess I don't. Actually, I just have your house number. I guess you and I don't talk much, huh? Just our mothers. I didn't want her texting me all the time, trying to get me to help her. But she seemed so sad that I felt a twinge of pity. I could always tell her later that I wouldn't help when she did ask for something after all. Aw, look at Yui. She's so cute. Oh, she looks so sad, man. Give her your number. Oh, alright. What's your number? Just keep in mind I'm not letting you use the device for every little thing, okay? Okay. We exchanged numbers. Anyway, I'm going home. I'm going home now. I probably shouldn't have stood around talking so long in the girls' bathroom anyway. Who knows what people would think if someone saw us both in here. Yui's eye wintered and she turned bright red. Out! Get out now! Before anyone— No, wait, let me make sure no one's watching the door. I followed her as she dashed out, trying not to laugh at her embarrassment. After getting home, I settled down in my room for some dangles. It was just the thing to make my mind off. I thought back each other things that happened earlier. My retreat into my gaming was interrupted by a knock at my door. What is it? Before I could answer, it opened. I turned from my game to look, expecting to see Natsumi. Instead, hey, it's Yui! Yui, what are you doing here? I came over with Natsumi to work on our school project, remember? I texted you earlier to let you know, but you never responded. I had tossed my phone on the bed as soon as I gotten home and hadn't looked at it since. You should have let me know she was coming over, John. But it's fine, I'll make sure Natsumi doesn't disturb you while you work on your school project. Sendra's got the wrong idea, man. Sendra's got the wrong idea. I had a bad feeling about the way my mom said school project. Thank you, Mrs. Davis. But make sure to leave the door cracked and no touching below the belt. What? With a smirk and a wink, my mom left us, closing the door almost all the way behind her. What's that supposed to mean? It means you're a terrible liar. Huh? She knows we're not working on a school project, so she's come up with a different reason why you want to be alone in my room with me. Oh, I sigh. Don't worry, it's not the first time she's misunderstood things. I'm guessing you came over to ask about the device. Yeah, what else then? She nodded. Oh, I can just imagine you nodded in animation. Someone please make an anime and put Yui in it. You know, when you mentioned there being a next one earlier, I didn't think you were already planning it. Well, it's actually about why I had unplanned student council meeting to begin with. Vanessa has been skipping a lot of her class. We need to do something before she gets in real trouble and fails a class. So, you just want to mind control her into going to class all the time then, right? No, well, yes, but you wouldn't let me, will you? Nope, if that's your only idea, I'm not helping. Well, I did have another idea. If one of us, at my disgusted look, she hesitantly corrected herself. If I turn into a teacher and tell her how she's going to fail, she'll have to listen and go to class, right? So you give her one of your normal lectures, but this time you'll be pretending to be a teacher. We looked offended. I probably shouldn't have sounded so dismissive of her lectures. Although this is so cute though. I want more stories of John and Yui. I hope the developer release more of John and Yui's story. Heck, maybe even make an online version of Student Transfer when you can play with friends. And of course, Yui not gonna be the protagonist. Probably gonna be John, Katrina, Kyoko, and Kyoshi, all four as protagonists with your friends. That sounds so cool, right? I don't lecture people. I'm only trying to stop them from making mistakes. I'm trying to help. Yeah, Yui's trying to help. Yui gonna save us. Yui gonna save the whole school. Yui's gonna save the whole world. By the way, hashtag vote Yui for the president. Okay, sorry. So, will you help me? I don't know, Yui. Will John help you? I don't know. Why didn't you tell me? Will I help you? Huh? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows, right? You just need to transform me tomorrow morning before class. Before class? Can't we do it when it's lunch? I think doing it during lunchtime gave us more time, right? But if you want that, then sure. I considered her proposal for a few moments. Do I help Yui? Do I not help Yui? But she looks so cute. Oh my god. If I help her, would she be my girlfriend? Oh my god. What am I saying? We're childhood friends. There's no way she had feelings for me, right? Or could it be? Oh my god. Let's continue. Do you even know why she's keeping all the time? What do you mean why? She's a delinquent, and that's just what they do. That's why someone needs to tell her to straighten up. Have you even tried talking to her about it? Of course I have, but every time I get close, she tells me to, you know, F off. Oh, I had serious doubts that Vanessa phrased it in that particular way. Maybe we should see if Vanessa has a reason for skipping school instead of just yelling at her. What reason could she possibly have? I struggled not to roll my eyes. Only Yui would find the idea of skipping class to be so incomprehensible. I don't know, but we should at least ask. I don't think she'd be willing to talk to either of us unless you're going to use the remote. I told you, no mind control. We're just asking a question, not changing anything. It's less than what you tried to do to me. Yeah, and the last time you said we were just going to stop Eric from smoking, there was an awkward silence after I said that. Finally, Yui spoke again. Oh my god. The story between these two, the relationship between these two, are really caught my interest, man. Whatever, we just need to fix this problem tomorrow somehow. I came over with Natsumi though, so I can't leave until our mom comes back to get us. I sense a chance to reduce the tension and maybe get Yui to relax a little. Alright, I'll teach you how to play Dark Souls. Sit down over here and... Are you insane? There's a test tomorrow. Were you even planning to study? Yeah, sure, in a bit. Sit, now. Oh my god. I normally wouldn't take orders in my own bathroom, but I never heard Yui sound so serious. Since I was too afraid to argue, we got to our school supplies and began to study. It wasn't as much of a pain as usual. Whenever I was stuck, Yui would help me figure out what was wrong, and there were even a few parts where I understood something she didn't and managed to help her. Oh, what? Oh, this is so cute. After a couple of hours, I even got her to take a break and play Dark Souls. She was surprisingly good for a newbie. Very quick reflex. Some time later, her mom came to pick up her and Natsumi. As they left, I was actually a little sorry to see Yui go. It had been an unexpectedly good evening. From her smile, I think Yui must have felt the same. Oh, the bond between these two. Oh my god, I can't. Day 4. Yui, you will regret this. Okay, I get it. I get the joke. But no, we'll save that for the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the post notification. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.